Good morning, everyone. We have some exciting news that links RUSD to Coinbase. There are also a lot of experts who say that XRP is the third best cryptocurrency to own after Bitcoin and Ethereum. This is because of the XRP army. You need to listen to this. I also sent in clips of Chris Larsson near the end and a police officer. But first, let's watch this video clip, Locked. A video was shared by Erie that was made by Reese Merrick. It has been watched less than 100 times, and in it, he talks about some surprising numbers related to the RLUSD, which will be the stablecoin used for cross-border transfers. Listen in. As cross-border payments change, I think stablecoins will play a big role in that. If you look at all the cross-border payments that happen, half of them are settled in dollars, and a lot of those payments are settled outside of the US. So being able to settle payments in a USD-backed stablecoin is important. Really, let's get rid of some of the waste that we see in USD cross-border payment processes. The RLUSD started at the end of last year and has since grown to a $300 million 0 cents market cap with a daily volume of $10 billion 0 cents. This shows that it's getting some good traction. 10 billion items per day is a pretty juicy amount. I hope that video isn't being blocked in some way on YouTube. Still, I like the beat. I'll dance to any good house beat. Okay, here's what Matthew Lai posted. We have announced a partnership between Alchemy and Ripple that could allow people to access Ripple's US-backed stablecoin using payment methods that I know about, like credit cards and Apple Pay. JP Morgan is filing for trademarks for what I guess people are speculating might be its stablecoin. It could be a JP Morgan stablecoin. The outcome of the deal between the SEC and Ripple and the long-term order we have. Last but not least, Coinbase is asking the SEC to approve tokenized stock. There are a lot of cool and interesting things going on here. It is always great when one of the world's biggest platforms is working behind the scenes to move RLUSD forward. This amount needs to go from 10 billion to 50 billion to 100 billion before we can start cooking. I also wanted to find out what other perks this little thing that I don't know about might have. Maybe a little more background for you. This is about Ripple, the company that works with Bitcoin. We already know all of this, of course, because the law is clear. We should hear back in the next 30 to 60 days with a decision. Yesterday, I made a movie about that. Here are some facts about Alchemy Pay. They said that the partnership would let people use common payment ways to access Ripple-backed stablecoin. Last week, we made a movie about this. Even though this isn't really brand new news, it's great to see more information about it online. People in 173 countries can buy RLUSD with this interface. I don't know what else to show you here if that isn't strong. This information is also being posted by Versen. There are a lot of papers from the big four banks, the IMF and the BIS, that show Ripple and XLM, or XRP and XLM, will be the two most commonly used stablecoins or bridge assets for cross-border payments. Of course, you also have some extra juice here from Crypto Theory. The client pool is what makes RLUSD and XRP work as a bridge between different safe coins, she says. Getting rid of price changes during a swap. The method handles changes in the price of the digital asset to make sure that the agreed upon exchange rate is kept. When you use their app to trade money, like dollars for euros, it quickly changes the money into a digital coin. During the trade, the value of that digital coin might change a little, which could mean you get a little more or a little less than you thought. This will make up for any changes in the stable coin that happen while you're sending it or making the payment. To fix this, Ripple keeps a client pool or slippage amount of digital coins at the exchange where the trade takes place. When the value of the digital coin changes, the amount you get might not match what you were told. To make up the difference, the rate may take money from or add to this stash. In this case, if the value of the digital coins drops while you're meant to get 100 euros, the system adds more coins from the pool to make sure you get the full amount. To keep the deal fair, the rate is always the same, so you don't lose money when prices change. This is really cool and one-of-a-kind technology. You should follow Cryptoy if you want to see more progress like this. There isn't likely anyone else in the crypto space who could find some of this alpha better than she could. I want to give her station a big shout out. Okay, an investor in digital assets did post this. Stablecoins are moving into a new phase of use. Let me play this. Stablecoins, on the other hand, have a lot of promise for businesses. USDC was issued by the IPO Circle, which freed up billions of dollars worth of pent-up demand for these producers. The company's stock went up more than 700% in June alone, after raising $1,100,000,000 0 cents in its first day of trading on June 5th. Then there were new Circle groups, and soon there was competition. When the stablecoin product from Coinbase, Shopify, Society General, and Ferv, a payments platform, came out, it quickly made news. Right now, the technology has reached a point where it can be used. It's moving quickly. It is now very cheap. People and companies are starting to use it more because it's become easier to use. Stablecoins are leading the way. Stablecoins are the best of the best. Remember that USTT, Tether, will not be able to use their technology in the US if they can't get an audit to show the government that they do have the funds to back up their stablecoin. How does that look now? I'm not sure. Things are going to get really interesting for us now. Of course, Tether needs to stay in the American market because that's where most of the value is. The European market is also giving them trouble. We'll wait and see what Tether does, but it looks like RLUSD, Ripple, and Circle are the best choices for businesses, right? You should think about this. In fact, Ripple was using USC, but now that stablecoin regulations have come into effect outside of the US, Ripple is putting compliance first because they know their customers, their institutions, their financial market infrastructures, and other things where compliance is the most important thing for everyone who works in banks, credit unions, or other types of financial institutions. Anyway, I can lose track of time with all of this because it's so much fun. This is that insider from a big company talking about the 3 best cryptocurrencies to keep. You already know what number 3 is. Please take a moment to think about this before I play it. The 50 million people who already own Bitcoin will start to realize that it's a great way to save money as more people use it. What do you know? Where is the use, though? They're going to buy Ethereum now. They're going to buy XRP now. They are going to buy all of these things, including Sui and higher. People only need to know about it. They need to get caught up. Think about how much time you've spent learning about assets like XRP. Let's think about a friend who doesn't know anything about stable coins or how banks are using cryptocurrency to move money around at the speed of light. It's going to be a great time for you and me because we got here first and we'll beat everyone else. We'll be able to enter our buys with less money, and we should eventually be able to retire. I believe everyone in this room wants to do that. Change or improve your life in some way. You can't get everything with money.